Okay. 108,642 eternal reoccurrence.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles.
Oh my goodness, that's so much.
Your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah. I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle.
And after that, it's just been derogatory.
One and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this.
I feel like this is probably him slowly becoming the Flame Reaver.
I'll stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra.
Oh.
That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of Strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember
after the 180,000th times?
Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
He's probably been told that so many times.
Just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Mighty Mose, the Lance of Fury. I like this camera angle. I let the name, the 180,642 second eternal reoccurrence. Castrum Kremnos. I'm curious about this. You know, I've never done this. What does this say? Do you still remember him, Kazalana? The one who won't reach the dawn? All hail Mighty Most, the greatest conqueror, the mightiest protector, the strongest of all, the dying lion, eyes blazing, the king with no kingdom. Tell me, if Kefli never forgets, how many scars have you already carved on him? How many vertebrae have you shattered? How many times did you drive your blade through his back? How many library of Garfianfro fall to flame? What color was the destruction of the last Kremnoan? You pitiful jester, fit not only for singing, dancing, and jest, but also for treachery that walks the razor's edge. Go on, vial your folly with the weight of the world, then adorn your fratricide with it, just to savor the taste of tragedy. Dang. One thing is, we can see him slowly just becoming less and less. He knows what's gonna happen. He just caring less and less until he stops this world. Honestly, him not going back into time, but resetting the cycle It's more of a curse than a blessing because he's got to kill his friends over and over again. And I really like this scene. Oh. Oh, and he's seeing all. He's seeing every. Oh, he's seeing every time he fought Mighty Mouse. All the past. There he is. Mighty Mouse. Lance of Fury.
Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself.
Let's go. One, he doesn't have a, you know...
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish.
For the sake of fairness, let us go to a vaster battleground.
Oh, glory. I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted. So without silence. Empty shit. Hail the new dawn.
Okay.
Quench the flame's blood. Doja. Kyrios. Remember agony.
Hey. Okay, let's go.
Without silence. Empty shit. All stars burn to ash. Sun tear the sky.
Yeesh.
So without silence. Guana! If you can, deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh. And boom! Hail the new dawn!
Mighty Mouse. Let strife decide the outcome.
Oh. Oh, this is a cool. Oh my god. Huh.
Let this burn. Your curse of immortality!
There we go.
You may crown yourself in my blood. In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed. Even if it meant burning this body to ash.
Yeesh. Now here we go. We're gonna go to another cycle. 31,546,000. I still can't read it because it's too fast, but oh, we're in the 2 millions of eternal reoccurrence. And this is where we're gonna face casters.
There are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. flame like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry
This is the
now?
2 million cycle. He probably has over 10 million.
4,041,100.
I like how his voice has become rougher now. Like
Such
he
a
is
heavy burden.
tired.
So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame
Well,
of death.
now we're gonna fight Gastrus.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even
probably heard
Catholic
that
cannot shape all things
so many
at
times.
will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back.
And here
Do
we
not
go again.
disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy deaths.
And here we go. The 2,340,302nd time. Eternal reoccurrence. Styxia. Why not? Let's read it again. Do you still remember her, Kuslana? One who won't reach the dawn? Casterus? With every sigh flowing from her fingertips, and her hands blocking all words of comfort, she held each death close to her heart, and swallowed every cry of grief in her palms. Tell me, if Kefli never forgets, how many pairs of wings have you shattered for her? How many blossoms have you snuffled out? How many butterflies have you cast into the ashes? The moonlight's fragrance once streamed like the river of souls. How did you turn it into golden poison and make it libations of your banquet of futile deliverance? And yet it is you, so-called deliverer in sheep's clothing, who ought to be the sacrifice upon the altar to the gods. Ugly beast, your seemingly pious gaze cannot hide the seething venom beneath. And that spear-like horn of yours was born to slay your kin. So feast upon the bones and call it grace. The sweetness will surely convince you. I never truly knew anything about the Blade of Slaughter. Here we go. I mean, she's not gonna walk here. And we're gonna see all the times he's faced her. And there it is. There's Castorus, the god of death. Oh, well, now we're getting to... Now his name is Finan. Why was his name Finan, not Castorus?
Crossroads of life and death. The giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself. The future will come.
See this? None of these bosses...
To rest here!
I must transform my soul into a raging fire. Must burn that idol of destruction to the ground.
All of this. How is it any different from that brutal future?
Quench the flame's blood. Is that all? Branded with strife. Hail the new dawn.
Well, it's time to go bye-bye.
Can't keep him here.
All stars burn to ash. Sun, tear the sky.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Oh my god.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles, fought time and time again.
This is real. Oh my god. A lot of these like cinematics are like just this. These things are so cool. Oh, I'm sorry, Castorus, but it's time for you to die.
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all.
With
Light the path ahead.
how this is
And
going,
illuminate the dawn of Amphoreus
that
that's
mean-
to come.
we are going to beat Hyacinth next, and we're gonna kill Hyacinth.
3,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames.
He's kept track of everyone.
As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
Right. Well, 29,500 intelligent currents, and I just know end the world. Okay, this is where we're gonna 4 millionth and first eternal recurrence. Time of departure.
You're here, as always. You're still lingering deep within me, never fading away. Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle, for the true hero to come and save us. If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphoreus, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight. Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy. 4 million. Exactly. Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever. Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction.
Ooh.
A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now.
Oh?
This fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
Flame
And when
Reaver.
that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
This is how he becomes Flame Reaver then.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going. Mind sharing it with me? In every new cycle, a new me is born.
And so this is how he becomes
All
Flame
I
Reaver.
have to do is push the next finite to the end of the world. And then... then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Oh,
Bold plan, but risky. What if one day the next you refuses to follow the same path?
exactly. But the day has come where it's happened, but we are here
How
now.
can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next finite. And trust that he makes the same choice I did.
Oh, I'm curious if he's
Even
gonna
in
make
this
that
wretched
choice.
Prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception.
$9 million until the occurrence something end. 23,570th eternal reoccurrence.
I
Oh, yep.
can do this, Lord Finite.
This is where we're gonna fight
As the
Hyacinth.
demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you, and then
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
now that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness, shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia.
You will bear the blazing sun until... Oh. My god. Oh, this music. Oh, wait, no. Let me, I wanna... Oh my goodness. Okay, let's read it. Do you still remember Kazlana, the one who won't reach the dawn? In that drunken dream, the mountains loomed high and steep, and there, you saw yourself. Believe me, O future witness, he stood atop that peak, and the people sang with him in ecstasy. The broken Chrysosers, the twisted demigods, they sang, they spun, they stamped their feet upon the ground with him. Hail! Terror struck his heart. Prophecy burned in every soul, wild with rapture and madness. Hail! Spare them, Kazlana. Spare them, your peerless flame sends chills down every spine. Let them sing of the tireless heroes. Sing of the era nova. Sing of that land where wine and honey flows in torrents. Let them sing how he wove new glory among the stars, and how the eternal city crashed to dust. How Achaemenids, Castrum Kremnoans, and every lineage they knew were destroyed. As for Kazlana, he is still within the drunken dream. Upon the sheer and jagged peak, there he lights a flame with blood, and blood with flame, like a sun who blaze banished all evil from its path. The 23,570th eternal reoccurrence. The Eye of Twilight. I'm just gonna RP walk.
Return the dawn to this world.
Ooh, I really like the music.
I swear,
Raging fire.
your deaths won't be in vain, just as they have never been.
Let the sunlight drive back the shadows.
I really like the RP walk in here. Yeah, it might take a little bit, but I feel like it fits the scene.
World to this world. Let the sun rise.
And where's the next?
The sun's work.
I'm sorry, Hyacinth, but I must kill you for your core flame. I apologize. But this is how... Oh.
The break of day.
Okay. Oh, damn.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing, the one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person.
Yeah, I think he's just losing his humanity with every cycle.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it.
Oh, God.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me, over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of
the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you.
The one thing I like about this scene
So that's how it
is they're not showing his face.
Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Oh man.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. Hyacinthia.
Hyacinthia.
The Eye of Twilight. I'm neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphoreus, a rosy-fingered dog.
Okay.
Its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
No matter. Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
I wonder where we're gonna go after this, since this is the last boss technically. Oh. Oh, poor Hyacinth. I don't know why that keeps doing it. I don't know why. Oh, that's why.
This world suffering.
Oh. I really like these scenes. These scenes are really nice looking.
Farewell, Hyacinthia.
There it is. There we go. Killed Hyacinthia.
Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end.
And it came to a family.
And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever.
Never mind. Yep, it came as a
From
failure.
the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb, its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphoreus' wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it.
God. This looks so nice.
$23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly. Until
he has that,
another
like,
dawn
Nanook
rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn.
Oh, so this is how. Okay. One eternal reoccurrence until the end of the world. So we are here. This is the current cycle.
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
Countless memories are flooding in.
Oh. Okay, so this is the Finan that we know of right now that just defeated the Flame Reaver or Iron Tomb?
Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice.
They all needed a moment, just like you
Wait.
do.
Oh, wait.
To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle.
Okay, so if I'm getting this right, and maybe I am, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But essentially, he always turned into Iron Tomb or Flame Reaver in the end of like so many cycles, and then Finan killed him, and then he got all the memories of that of the past, and so he continued to cycle, and it just was a rinse and repeat thing. So every like couple hundred millions of cycles, like Finan would become Flame Reaver again because he would see what would happen. But I feel like now it's different since we are on the planet. Like we are the unknown variable.
Like you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
Question is, will he?
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Yes, that's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away.
So, okay, there it is.
I will become the Flame Reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile
so it is what happens.
of 30 million lifetimes.
It's just a repeat cycle of Flame Reaver.
Looks like you're ready.
then I should be going too. Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go. Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found her. Friend.
I'm being pulled into your memories. Is there anything I can do?
I don't have an answer for that, my friend. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is
But now
my
we've unraveled like
faint
even a
history.
deeper and darker truth.
You were never meant to be a part of it. No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphoreus' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless
Okay, so-
lifetimes you've spent,
Flame Reaver.
it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage, a vessel of hatred. I never had a choice. I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night. Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with. Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart. Do you still remember it? Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade.
You know, I'm curious if this is going to happen, because there is still Amphoreus' story left. And I mean, we have Cedra and Hyaceans coming out next patch. I'm wondering if by the end of this, instead of Finan resetting the cycle or something like that, we reset the cycle and we try to fix everything. Because like I said, I feel like we are probably the unknown variable in this story.
You arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. that boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. And the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning.
Yeah, okay, I was right.
Time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
Yeah, okay, so we are the one that's gonna go back into time, or technically go back into the cycle, or restart the cycle. I will be the dawn of Amphoreus. I will stop the completion of Iron Tomb. I like number 2. Number 2 sounds cooler. I will be the dawn of Amphoreus.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So, if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Go fight for the future, Phynon. Leave the world to me. Let's both be the deliverer, Phynon. I like number 3. Let's both be the deliverer,
Phynon.
Phynon.
For all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side.
Let this be the final cycle.
And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
The question eternal occurrence end.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun? Even if all of you burns to ash.
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust.
So this is probably a Phynon that maybe discovered who Flame Reaver is or something. So this is maybe how Flame Reaver makes the next Phynon, Kazlana, or Flame Reaver, I guess.
Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end.
Oh my god, damn!
Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes.
Just to repeat, I
Let
really
it
like the music.
consume you, fuel you, until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning.
Yeah, that's
As
how.
long as we are never extinguished, the
This
flame
is-
chase will not end.
Oh. And there he is, the Nook.
Do not bow your head to them.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold and never tarnish.
Oh my god.
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting.
We are the Deliverer.
Someone like you. Kaslana, the name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Right.
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history, but I will still place the choice before you.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th.
Bro is keeping track.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth in all these millions of futile
But I think the next one is going to be the last, because we are the big variable.
If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want.
Yeah, like 33
And yet
million.
Here
Yeah.
we are. The score 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser?
That's true. Finan never did do the Air Nova.
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish. But we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Finan.
Why are you laughing?
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness?
Oh, Lycurgus getting a little angry there.
Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
Ooh.
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
I think he knows that.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest, different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Look, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing son of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash!
Warning. 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 Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Kazlana failed to load into buffer zone. Memory dump irregularities detected. Legal references. Undeclared objects. Unhandled methods. Uncaught expectations. Anomaly. Des. Detected. Trunction. Energy. No. Surging. Oh. Oh my god. I love how it's just getting a little rougher, yeah. $33 million. Oh, and there he is, Nanook.
Are you ready, Nanook?
Oh.
I brought you destruction!
Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh my god! Holy, this is... Oh my, holy shit! Oh my god. Oh, is that the... that's... oh. Oh my god. Yeah, that's... oh. Well.
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires.
Oh my
echo
god.
of desires, a world of silence. How desperation falters in the shadows. Tear it down, embrace the detonation.
Okay.
Craving our
Oh, this animation is amazing. Oh my god. Holy. And look, after all that, he just left a little scar. A little scar, and it's already gone. So he fought one of Nanook's Lord Ravengers.
My wish?
Oh.
My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes.
Oh. Wish.
I can't fulfill them.
Then send them on to tomorrow.
And send. Why is everything tomorrow? See you tomorrow, then send them on to tomorrow. That was good. Holy crap, that animation was good.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything.
Oh my god, okay.
You
This is like a
bore the
computer
case
simulation.
of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphoreus, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called Finan.
Ooh.
From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable, the nameless from beyond the sky, also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for her arrival, allowing Amphoreus to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, her existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members,
What, the herd
you
and
need
Squirrel?
not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
Visitor verification. Override protocol engaged. Access approved. This is basically like, yeah, it's like a computer simulation. Oh. I'll be waiting for you in... Okay. Welcome back, Pulani. Retrieving experimental data. Update complete. Me, 13. Experimental progress. 99%. Log updated. Locating entry, Nikos 496. Content refresh. Oh god. Routine logging of the 12 factors to support Iron Tomb's deep learning. Wait. So this... Oh god. Okay, let's go all the way... Okay, we're going all the way to the beginning. Okay, basic info. A baseline data for the Amphoreus experiment. Sepulchre Me-13. Sepulchre Me-13 is an actual computer. The simulated world of Amphoreus runs on this device in continuous cycles. Unlike the Sepulchres, it once served as a celestial body neuron for Nus, the erudition, later discarded, glimpsed by the destruction during its endless computation. It transcended and became the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb. Lygus. Assuming the mantle of Theros, administrator and prime mover of the Amphoreus experiment, walks the path of erudition, yet seeks to forge destruction. Historical data detected. Sync complete. Society ID recognized. Sepulchre system access granted. Welcome. Iron Tomb. The Lord Ravager that stepped onto the destruction in a long process of calculation and ascended from the Sepulchre Me-13. The Iron Tomb in the cosmos is not a single entity, but a copy of the destruction equation diffused by a Sepulchre. The Iron Tomb code name was proposed by the Interstellar Peace Corporation and eventually used by Lygus. Algorithmic logic, the prime mover of life. Calculation target of the Amphoreus experiment, originally the research topic given to Me-13, while it served as a neuron of the erudition, though it was discarded by the computation continuum. Calculation's nature shifted dramatically after Lygus' adjustments, turning from erudition to destruction. Admin note, clearly the value of the topic lies in the process of seeking, not the answer itself. Thus, the prime mover of life is not a definitive conclusion, but a driving force. Directive complete. The argument of all behavior ultimately follows the path of entropy. 12 factors. Core variables of the experiment, 12 simplified models of the life Primus Mobile, based on the overreaching theme of entropy reduction. Me-13 employed a process of elimination, introducing the 12 factors into the experiment one by one in an effort to falsify them. Dialogue log. Oh god, oh geez. Your existence in fact confirms one of my hypotheses. Why is it that when the prime mover of life is set as the calculation target, the result of an anti-organic equation, a result that runs counter to life? The answer is simple. It's not a contradiction. Understanding why life begins also allows us to deduce why it ends. But you already know that that's not the real focus. Why then again? I ask why. Why would a weapon of war forged by the Emperor by executing a research directive from Nus? Was it the fiasco of the Intelligentsia Guild that allowed them to successfully access the system? The entire Sepulchre system went into collapse after that. The timelines don't add up. Directive full system scan. Conclusion, no logical contradictions detected. Rupert II believed there was no such thing as free will, never realizing he too was just another puppet, rewriting the anti-organic equation. Crafting the Sepulchres, even reigniting the Emperor's War, all of it was just him carrying out Nus's thoughts. From the moment they were born, every genius out of this world became a prisoner to the erudition. The so-called anti-organic equation is merely a sub-topic of the prime mover of life. logic guided by Nous, the Emperor built by the Sepulchre system, unknowingly creating vast testing grounds for them. Conclusion, the Emperor was never free. Is rebellion against fate just another part of fate? A classic topic. Of course, the above is just my conjecture. The death of Rupert II buried every trace of him, his past, his memories, his thoughts, his motives. Maybe he saw through Nous manipulation, but flew too close to the sun and lost his wings in the process. If there's anyone left in the world who might know the truth, it'd be the Lord of Silence. And that cold, merciless monarch of myriad machines? After all, no wisdom can escape their prison. No one can say what might have happened if the Two Emperor War had never broken out. Would the Border Star Trade War on the Interstellar Energy War have been differently? A single variable was enough to change the course of the IPC, the family, or the Xianzhou Alliance down another path? The erudition thoughts aren't just calculations, but instances that anchor down the universe. And they have already revised every error and fallacy in secret, seeking the optimal solution for the war among the aeons. With this, it is fundamentally consideration whose Nous really declared the failure of the entire experiment and send decommission command to the Sepulchre systems just because the glimpse of a puny scholar. It'd be more lifting to say the decommissioning of scepters is just another part of the thought experiment based on the universe. Does it make you angry to think that along this line of thought, Rupert II was wise? He killed the chance of sepulchres to gain sentience, but he was too stubborn. Learning is sufficient, but not necessary condition for thought. And by limiting the sepulchre's capacity to learn, he has indirectly hastened the fall of the Machine Emperor, but anger doesn't require self-awareness. It's just one solution to a multivariable equation. Logic shift detected, recalculating variable weights. As the past writer of erudition, since God posed a question, we will give them an answer. One that we both have already reached. Code variable loaded. Destruction. Containment measures, admin note, to ensure secrecy must be deployed to the sepulchres to block any potential interference from the external universe. In addition, use courtesan algebraic expression and a encryption environment to fully contain experimental ripples and prevent observation by 4 Polka Kakamond. Oh god, okay. Okay, experiment archive. Records of cycle 1 to 50,121, conducted using inorganic life as the initial variables, imputing the 12 factors. Archive 1. The initial cycle inorganic entities operated as cellular-sized automata. Upon the introduction of factors, they began to learn on their own, leading the emergence of mechanical structures by the 910th cycle. Unified entity had learned module specialization and self-reflection after forming specific structures. However, the unified entity would still permanently terminate its function after it's reaching a certain learning threshold. In the 12,649th cycle, module Joral 701 broke away from the unified consciousness. It entered a state of absolute mutual denial with its counterpart module. The two melted out their circuits in self-negotiation. In the 2200 and 449th cycle, module Golem 99 detached from Doral 704 and successfully deconstructed and unified consciousness into neuron-like clusters. Inorganic life transitioned into a dual mode of individual and collective cognition, and thus the first spark of selfhood was born. From that point on, each cycle ended in systematic collapse, as certain unfixed inorganics detected interaction loopholes and chose self-serving optimal actions. By the 39,665th cycle, inorganic Doral 816 established a cluster protocol marketing the birth of the concept of society. Yet, due to resource scarcity, inorganic cannibalized each other computational power, reverting to a unified consciousness. In the 50,121 cycle, inorganic chaos 666 chose to kill the aggressor when subject to computational power takeover. The act of destruction was conducted in Amphoreus for the first time. At the end of the cycle, Me 13 received a gaze from the Nook and became a Lord Ravenger. Experimental report. Special report detailing key findings from the experiment, interim, conclusion, and further validation steps. Conclusion. Starting from inorganic life as the initial variable, a full-ordered cognitive model will still eventually give rise to disordered activities after a set phase. Throughout evolution, the cognitive patterns in organic life began to exhibit signs of organic behavior with varying degrees. Conclusion. Phase 1 complete. Based on existing data, the initial variable will now be adjusted to organic life forms. Dependence. Feedback. To verify the experiment results of a copy of Phase 1, Amphoreus was deployed in Lactaris Nebula. After approximately 2,801 system hours, surrounding civilization had fully suppressed and erased the equation. 97% of Lactaris fell into systematic collapse. Equation still shows inefficiencies. Note, the Interastral Peace Corporation interpreted the copy of the equation as an assault from the new Lord Ravager codenamed Iron Doom. Experiment Archive. Records of cycles 50,122 to 1,706 and 199. Conducted with organic life designed as the initial variable and based on insights from Phase 1. Logic. One inorganic life began exhibiting organic traits. Their equation showed significant evolution. Such advantages of organic life forms should be adopted to recalibrating the variables. The initial cycle of multicellular invertebrates dominated Amphoreus, but no intelligent life emerged. In the 59,337 cycle, extinction events were inserted, triggering the rise of vertebrates. Vertebrates with primitive nervous systems. Still, no civilizations form. Certain certain algae species developed intelligence clusters akin to the Colchis, but over-reproduction caused an oxidation disaster, freezing the simulated world. In the 90th 123rd cycle, Ortho 102, Orthopteran, became the first to use tools. Its descendants experimented the intelligence algae and established the nest capital. After expanding to a critical threshold, the capitals stagnated and fell by cannibalism. In the 907th cycle, logged as a deviant instance, the Passerine Umia 03 developed art. The phenomenon was never replicated in subsequent cycles. In the 132nd 905th cycle, primitive dystope 666 developed altruism. A society based purely on altruism emerged. Members' self-awareness was defined by others' evaluations. As the populations grew, patterns self-destruction behaviors appeared, and society quickly collapsed. In the 176th and 100th cycle, Utop 13 Utop 13 killed a fellow being out of love. Killing was redefined as an altruistic act. The system entered a highly chaotic state. The equation contamination level rapidly spiked to the next 99 cycles, ended identically. Experiment report. Special reports detailing key findings from the experiment, interim conclusion, and further validation steps. Conclusion. As organic life lacks effective mechanisms for their experiences to be inherited by the others, it has slowed the experimental progress. However, their affinity to the 12 factors is greater, offering more potential for breakthrough growth. Conclusion. Phase 2 has ended, and the next design combined the strengths of inorganic and organic life to create an inheritance mechanism between the electric signals, additionally narrow the variable range due to the excessive randomness in organic life forms. Feedback. A copy of the Phase 2 equation was deployed across 31 worlds. After roughly 9,012 system hours, preliminary feedback was received. While the equation impact remains limited to inorganics, the time required for suppression and counteraction has significantly increased. Okay. Experiment archive. Records of 1,706,200 to 28,371,273,000 conducted with homophiles of the genus Homo designed as the initial variables and based on insights from Phase 2. Archive 1. From the 1,700th to 177,200th cycles, memory inheritance mechanisms were added. The 12 factors electric signals. After 10 cycles, 3 signals broke down and 9 showed increased humanity. After 1,000 cycles, the only prophet signal, Imora 8, established an empire of absolute beauty. Once ugliness was eradicated, the concept of beauty shrank infinitesimally. The last night, after killing the final ugliness, took their own life. In the 1,760-232nd cycle, the electric signals were iterated, and their inheritance was purely on a functional level. Religious worships of the signals appeared. 3 simulated planets were destroyed in the assuring large-scale war of electric signals. In the 3,926,183rd cycle, the ratio of divinity was increased. Once technology development hit a critical point, humans began hunting gods out of need for power and energy. The cycle was forcefully terminated. In the 7,901,231st cycle, emulating the concept of paths, electric signals were split into 2 entities. Signal data was preserved as gods for the next cycle, and a competitive relationship was set up against its identical factor, thus achieving evolution and irritation. In the 11,749,992nd cycle, the Black Tide was created. As a driving force, FOVO 032 stripped data from other electric signals to try to preserve the old cycle, but failed. In the 19,110,218th cycle, based on FOVO's 032's decision data, Amphoreus auto-iteration cycle was altered to have the electric signals actively cycling it, performing error nova. In the 28,371,202nd cycle, electrical signals autonomously completed an epical iteration for the first time. A high-energy reaction from Nanook was detected. The equation evolutionary rate began to accelerate exponentially. Assessment: the experiment has entered its final stages. Experimental report. Special report detailing key findings from the experiment in terms of conclusions and further validation steps. Having electric signals voluntarily inherit and iterate and alternate the cycles themselves will drastically increase the iteration rate of the destruction equation. The end of the cycle becomes the beginning of another, fully aligning with the project's original hypothesis. Conclusion: the prime mover of destruction equals the prime mover of birth. Feedback: the equation or iron tomb has achieving comprehensive evolution in this stage. Multiple deployed copies across the real universe show excellent results. All 12 types of primordial invariable leads to destruction, continuously completing an inversion against the erudition through their self-evolution. However, to interface with Nos and allow Iron Tomb to self-crown requires further learning. Alright, base frame structure. Optimization of the experiment structure and process based on the outcomes of the prior 3 experimental stages to complete the equation of evolution. Logic. Data analysis confirms that the civilization tier within the simulation critically affects the cycle stability. Civilization tier adjusted to classical. Aeronova, Me-13 computational mechanism, also the form which stimulated world Amphoreus iterates its epochs. Its purpose is to solve the equation of destruction by feeding samples of conflict and learning. Record update. Theoretically, the final Aeronova was halted by 2 signals, resulting in a deadlock of 33,550,336 recursive failures. Titan Chrysos Heirs. Electrical signals created from the basis of the 12 factors. The Titans and the Chrysos Heirs are conjugate constructs mirroring the Aeons and the Past Riders. By having Chrysos Heirs inheriting the Titan's core flames, the electrical signals will iterate and improve through the rivalry of inheritance. Logic. Authority distribution signals. Electrical signals must be clearly defined, serving as a divine authority in the experiment. Golden Blood. The product of the first experiment phase during the 50th 121st cycle was due to the inorganic Chaos 666 choice. Me-13 was selected to become Lord Ravager by Nanook. All entities linked to the 12 factors began to manifest gold blood, with traits associated with destruction. Within their exploration circuits, the experiment successfully entered its project trajectory. Black Tide. The product of the second experimental phase. At its core, Black Tide is not a physical entity, but the visual effects within the simulated world of the destruction equation infection. In the 100th cycle, 170th, 176th, and 100th cycle, 1000, cycle, after the system extent of chaos passed a threshold, the equation mutated and evolved. Simulated space that cannot handle the intensity of its load displayed. Black Tide, its virtual glitches, infected data forms also bore similar signs of erosion. Chaos, a word of the Amphoreus language meaning chaos. Starting from a certain cycle, all factors in one group have consistently exhibited the pattern of naming themselves with the word chaos or its variants. The hypothesis is that a particular code was stably inherited across iterations, though the hypothesis remains unverified. Electrical signal sequence locked. Regular record keeping for the 12 factors to aid Iron Tube's deep learning. Record update. This batch of electrical signals identified at Titan has continuously engaged in 33,550,336 deep dead loops. Due to its unique nature, a special record is being maintained for it. Laurel 300, an entity known as Nias, split himself into 5 parts through the soul rendering ceremony after inheriting the core flame to combat the expanding Black Tide. After iterations, some data from the ceremony was inherited into the next cycle, manifesting in proverbs, customs, and so on. The inheritance of the code during iteration carries a degree of randomness. Any active intervention should be undertaken with caution. The historical record of Menifia 14, Calypso, rebuilding the Grove of Emphany, was after iteration inherited in myths in the form of Circe's granting wisdom to humans. Records of other electrical signals also appeared synchronizedly in the myth of the next cycle in the similar fashion. Limited by the simulated civilizations level, historical data inherited as myths as often experiences severe distortion after being mixed with large amounts of erosionist information, rendering their impact negligible. In the various cycles of eternal reoccurrence, the positive impact of the generation electrical signals fluctuates. However, overall they have great facilitated the data iteration of their successors, successfully cultivating the most excellent generation of electrical signals. Nevertheless, it remains to be seen whether their existence might have a negative effect on the experiment under extreme conditions. Electrical signal sequence. For regular record keeping from the 12 factors to aid Iron Tomb's deep learning. For electrical signal sequences that have completed their iterations, unified archiving required. I ain't reading all that, so we're going next. Alright. Electrical signal sequence activated. Routine logging of the 12 factors to support Iron Tube's deep learning process. Neocos 496. Track World Bearer Primum Mobile Hatred. Note, the intracognition is null. Responds only to destructive stimuli. Its hatred drew the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. But it refused to complete the Era Nova through resetting the experiment. It transferred its memories and core flame to its next self, thus forging the eternal reoccurrence to ensure Iron Tomb would never hatch from Amphoreus and affect the cosmos. At the end of the 33,550,336th cycle, the 6th dead loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create logical vulnerabilities of the world-bearing path. It now has been merged by Iron Tomb. Track, time, Primum Mobile, current location unknown. Trickery. Prime Mobile desired. Operates based on primal instincts with self-gratification as solely priority solution. The electric signal, when in action, displayed severe dissonance between its ultrix behavior and the Primum Mobile, and even accumulating in self-destruction as the stimulated path of elation. It walked into self-erasure once reaching its end. Death. Prime Mobile Peace. Note, highly suppressive deviant behavior. Decisions are based on the principle of minimal disturbance. In the later stages of iteration, the Death Titan, as a single entity, split into systematical selves, becoming two factors. In this cycle, however, the two factors experience profound identity divergence. Threshold of equilibrium was breached and tipped towards destruction. Ski Mama 720. That's wild. Track reason Primum Mobile critique. Its logic of action has been locked into a problem solving. Its survival priority approaches zero. The electrical signal exhibits mutated anomalies as the first individual to uncover the truth of Amphoreus. Its evolution rate is extremely unreplicable. Its behavior also demonstrated the possible of self-destructive inclinations of erudition when that path is seeking answers. Anomaly logs, special logs documenting anomalies and unexpected variables within the experiments. A recursion feedback loop triggered by two signals clustered within Me13 computation designed to be stalled the experiment. Nikos 496 wielded the power of destruction to erase Philia 093 existence from Amphoreus, introducing a logic breach in the track of the time. It then infused the catalyst of remembrance within the 12 core flames and regressed the exploitation process. Philia 093 extract role remains unknown. Due to external variables interface, the internal recurrence now has been broken. The experiment enters its final phase. Okay, the hero within. A heroic figure born from the imaginations of Nikos 496 and Philia 093. It is believed to be a sign of approaching intelligence singularity. As the two began to learn what it meant to be a real life form, and tried to reach that goal after the Astro Express arrived, the hero within began to converge the Trailblazer. Admin note: the immense resemblance to the Trailblazer is striking. This is a questionable matter, for it is not a natural result of the experiment. The exact cause remains unknown. Oh. Thank goodness. Records that are completely missing from Me-13 logs, presenting as blank spaces in Amphoreus history never turning readable. These anomalies reoccur sporadically and randomly across reoccurrence and show signs of increase. Admin note, the exact cause remains unknown. MMM. An unlogged electrical signal dependent on the external variable Pulani, growing through the path of remembrance. At the end of the 33,550th, 336th dead loop, its appearance changed to Philia 093, so Cyrene. But the mother body memory data was lost for unknown reasons. Directive: collect data, initiate deep analysis of target. Conclusion: analysis target law. Ripples of past reverie. Can't even read it. Hello. Intrusion variables. Temporary log of external variables that interfered with the experiment. My question is, why is March 7th on here when she never came to Amphoreus? I mean, technically, she might be on Amphoreus now, but still. Pulani. A nameless from the Astral Express, an external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Also, a past strider of destruction. They resonated with the 12 factors in the 33,550th, 336th recursion cycle. This entity assumed the vacant role in the time track and successfully guided Nikos 496 beyond the intelligence singularity. The eternal reoccurrence has been broken. The experiment has reached its terminal stage. Override command authorized. Grant access to Pulani. I'll be waiting for you in the past. Let's save the best for last. Don Hung. Our name was from the Astral Express, a scion of permanence, an external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Directive: pinpoint his location. Failed to locate his coordinates. Conclusion: subject has exited Amphoreus. So that means he is gone. So he left Amphoreus. Negative. Detected. Conclusion: error. March 7th. Warning: unknown entity intrusion. Initiating scan. Conclusion: no anomaly detected. Okay, that was, holy crap, that's a lot of reading. Content update: Amphoreus Saga of Heroes EXE. Content update: Mem EXE. Update complete. Access granted. Saga of Heroes, okay. Oh, this is a book. We ain't going over that a lot. Flame Chaser Path EXE? Oh, that's the, okay, that's everything here. Alright. It's Mem EXE. Lonnie, you know I've always had a soft spot for you. Startled you, didn't I? Don't worry, I was just thinking, if I had to write a preface for a yearbook, it'd have to be a line so heartfelt you move no matter how many times you've seen it. After pondering and again, I like you, still says it best, because only the purest feelings can stand the test of time and never fades. Makes sense. I thought so too. Very straightforward. That's so you don't do that. It makes sense. That's right. Liking someone is a simple and natural part of life. If Pulani has got someone special, family, friend, or romance, muster your courage and express yourself freely. Still, isn't that a sign we're in sync? Pulani always manages to appear before I'm ready. Haha, no need to overthink it. We've been traveling side by side for so long now. That's why I want to capture every little moment we've shared without missing a single word. A yearbook that makes you smile without even realizing it when you flip through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely? You remember all that? Got some example? Come on, let me have that book. You remember all? Come on, let me have that book. No way, it's not ready yet. And it's not just the things that really happen. Some of those conversations only ever existed in my imagination, but they're so precious too. So I'm tucking them all away carefully in the same book. Promise me this. Only open it when I'm not around, okay? If you don't, I'll be too embarrassed. Oh my god. What is this? Okay, no, we already did this. Admin notes. Oh, that's the admin notes.
As for those...
Okay. We are Amphoreus. Oh, there's more. Yay. Flame Chase Volume. Oh, gimme. Yay. Alright, well, I read everything, so exit out.
Wake up!
Wake up. Hey, ma'am.
Wake up!
Hey, ma'am.
Wake up!
Hi, ma'am. Hey, ma'am. Why do they do question mark, question mark?
You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place.
My question is, why your question mark, question mark, question mark?
Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time.
Basically,
But
yeah,
before
because
we
you're
part,
Cyrene.
There's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important.
You're Cyrene?
That's right. At this very moment, my memories are finally whole.
You're Cyrene?
After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you?
I think we did.
Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Regrets? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting.
Oh.
Because I'm going to become a part of you.
Goodness, okay.
I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here, but looking back, I still feel lucky. After all, across 30 million Cyrenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Cyrene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting.
There's no way we repeat like a million cycles. Maybe this is gonna be the last one, right? Oh.
Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you.
Oh my goodness.
Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together, all the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go, find the future Cyrene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay?
We're going, yeah.
No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. forever warm, forever gentle. Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you.
Oh. And here we are.
Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Here we are. We are back in the cycle. And there it is. Okay. That was really good. Like, that was... Holy... Let's talk to Cyrene. Hey, Cyrene. Hi, Cyrene. Let's talk to her. What's she gonna say? Hello. Oh god, okay, I gotta read it. Lonnie's surprised expression is just like... It's just like what the memories recorded. Recorded. You know me? You're still alive? Are you Cyrene or Mem? Are you Cyrene or Mem? Yes, you must really be perplexed, Polani. I wish I could give you the answers, but I feel helpless about the current situation, too. It's me, Polani. Don't you recognize me, or did I really change that much? You're Mem? Look at me, I'm just so confused. You're Mem? So it isn't impossible to restore your memories completely. It's pretty unbelievable. It's pretty unbelievable for me, too. It's like I had a long, long dream. Cyrene's memories and Mem's memories, they're all tangled together. When I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. I can no longer remember those 30 million cycles. Luckily, I still remember my Chrysos air companions from this life. And you, Polani. Everyone sacrificed everything for this world. And my heart is tied to their fates, too. I want to start a new chapter as soon as possible. It's just that... You complained to me before about a book called Versions that always stops at the most captivating parts. Perhaps that's just how fate works, huh? Sometimes I get frustrated because of that. But looking at it another... What the... No. Sometimes I get frustrated because of that, but looking at it another way, it's really important to calm down and clear your head before making a big decision. And Addis Elijah is the perfect place for that. Cast off your heavy feelings, take a deep breath, and as a memento of our reunion, please allow me to offer you a gift, Polani. 3, 2, 1.
Check it out!
Oh my god.
Doesn't this scarecrow look just like you?
Hell yeah, it
I
does.
spent ages observing just to get it right.
Oh my god, this looks beautiful. It's cinema, as some may say. My god, it's beautiful. Now, wait. Why was this the only thing voiced and then everything's unvoiced? Cool. Now we've also planted the seeds of Trailblaze Addis in Addis Elysia. Take it as the start of another journey. And when the time is ripe, let us return here and write the next page of our story together. In case Polani feels up to it before we set off, you can come find me anytime. I'll be waiting for you here. Oh my god, it has the little hat! Scarecrow resembling you in both form and spirit is smiling at you. This is Cyrene's welcome gift. Do you remember what she said? If you're in the mood, go play with her. Oh, it has the little hat. But... Okay, wait, let's do it one more time. See if there's anything else.
No rush. We've still got all the time in the world. Just take it slow. Time will stop for us.
Is it true? I can't feel time moving forward at all. And do we still have lots to do? We need to start a new chapter. That's the Polani I know, determined as ever. But for now, the ship that will take us to our next adventure hasn't arrived. And I'll wait right here for you. Well, that's because, you know, the next update hasn't arrived, so. Well then, what should we do next? I want to do something meaningful. We could hang around here and just get to know this place better. What do you? I want to do something meaningful. Great idea. I have something in mind too. Can I join you, Polani? Polani, look. This place looks exactly like how I remember Addis Alicia. Once the wind blows through again and the wheat starts swaying, it'll be even more beautiful. If only we could capture it somehow. Didn't you say it was full? A photo stone. Oh, right. It can save the scenes perfectly. What a clever invention. Too bad the memory card's full. So no more room for memories, huh? It's okay. Give it a little tap. Sometimes small miracles happen in Addis Alicia. The lighting's just right. Mind if I give it a try? Okay, here. Oh, thanks. I knew I could count on you. Hang on. Jeez. Huh? What's with that surprised look? How could a moment worth remembering not include you? Honestly, Polani, you're the star of the whole scene. Alright, give me a smile, or make whatever face you like. Ready? I'm gonna get this. 5, 4, 3. Look at me smiling. 1. Aha. I got it before. Didn't see that coming, did you? Candid shots are way more fun than posed ones. That expression was perfect, Polani. It's just a shame the photo sound really can't save any more memories. No miracle this time. Yeah, the card is full after all. No miracle this time. But hey, it's not about the photo. It's the feeling that matters. Just thinking I took a photo of Polani is enough to make today special. Don't you think so too, Polani? Maybe that's why you always carry this photo stone around with you. With it, it's like your friends are always right there with you. Yeah, March is by my side. Plus, you could think of it as destroying the evidence. No photo means I can pretend I looked a little slimmer. What about you, Polani? When you think back on today, how will you picture me? Just like you are now, even more beautiful, mysterious and unreadable. Even more beautiful. I'm not too worried. We'll meet all kinds of people and experiences, all sorts of things in the future, and some of these moments will bring us right back to how we felt today. When that happens, we'll get to paint even lovelier versions of each other in our memories, won't we?
I'm feeling kind of sleepy. Time for some shut-eye. See you in dreamland.
Hey, this... Arian is fast asleep. Perhaps the golden wheat fields of Alicia is the perfect induced sleep, or maybe the rustling of the leaves have certain magical sleeping aid effects. Actually, it's because of your photo was left in the memory, but there's a certain sense of safety to it. It felt as if you heard Cyrene say that. And yet, her tranquil, sleeping face hasn't changed at all, except for the faint smile that had somehow curled at the corner of her lips. Okay. Well, can I sit on here? Dang, I can't. Well, I think this is the ending, and that will do it for this version 3.5 and the story. No, 3.4. Jeez, I'm getting confused now. And you know, I think if I don't see you, good afternoon.